Good evening and welcome back to Goldcrest Valley. One of the subs asked what other farms we play and look at. Here we are, the main menu screen. Let's have a little look through the saves. Right, the first one is Sosnovka Hard Cows. That one, I've got 99 horseshoes collected. Not quite sure what to do with that one, I've got an idea. I've actually haven't ever collected the horseshoes in FS 17 yet. That is Goldcrest Valley. Seasons. These are some Alton. I've been doing some comparatives and some messing about with these two Altenstein saves. A little bit of a lab. Fulton Farm, not sure. So, seasons on Sosnovka. That's quite interesting, right? They've got two rich farms. We've got Goldcrest Valley, which basically made its money off pigs. Ridiculous amounts of money to be made there. The Grand Collective, another very rich farm, that one over on Sosnovka. And then Old Stream Farm, I'm messing about setting up with that one. You may be seeing more of that actually. So that's what I've got. To be honest, why have we only got 10 slots? Why can't I even move, duplicate a save? I don't know. You know what I mean? It'd be nice to take a game to a certain point and then be able to take it into a different directions, or take it in a direction but know you could at least try again. You know, especially in seasons, it's a lot of time. You know, you might want to save a game, try a year of doing something in a certain way. It might go horribly wrong and you've kind of wrecked everything. So I don't know why we're limited to 10 saves. It's a little bit of an odd one. Certainly here, if I wanted to fire up a new save, Fulton Farm would be the one to go. I've literally just sold everything there and had a little look around and a little think. These could probably go as well. I'm probably done with them. I don't know, that's Altenstein. That's in its like end of its second year of seasons. It's going really well. My goal there is to take the whole map. Anyway. Okay, it's quite late and I'm out here in the woods and found one dead tree in this whole section of the map. Let me show you where I am, right in the corner. And a light came on. I've never really been in these woods before. You see the dead tree hunt. Ah. I've never really seen this place. What's going on here? I whizzed round here earlier looking for trees, but outhouse. It's a little bit odd though, right? This is out in the wood. There's this big flat stone. When I was at university, at the back of the campus, there were some woods with a big flat stone. Yeah. We used to have some little campfires and sing songs, that kind of thing. That's what I'm alluding to there. Yeah, but this guy, well, it's in the woods, but he's got a circular saw, a metal bucket, a scary kind of welding mask, a torch, a shovel, a wheelbarrow, a pitchfork, some bags of things, possibly potatoes, and a big wooden person-sized chopping board. Okay, yeah, we're gonna just head back now, I think. Yeah, it's quite enough forestry for tonight. Something to note, I've just reloaded the game and I'm pleased to say that all these logs are still on the trailer. If you save the game, leave the game, and the logs are held on only by the power of the straps, as in you have defied physics whilst loading them and strapped them on where they were. They will fall off, which can be a little bit annoying. If you make sure they're kind of sat safely anyway and the straps are just there for added protection, then you won't have that issue. Just a quick look from up here. I thought I'd take the opportunity again. I've found a lovely little clump of 3 dead trees over by the forest station, which my little man is roughly pointing at. Where is it? Up in the woods, just behind there, beyond the flag. But look at the view from up here. And again, would I have come up here if I hadn't come hunting for dead trees? I don't know. One of the advantages of finding different ways of maybe looking at a game. There's the magic tree, which I've had a look at. It's a birch. It's a huge birch. You can buy them in that placeable tree pack, but I've not seen a birch that big before. Got another dead tree right there. I'm not sure how I managed to miss him before, because obviously we've driven around here quite a bit. But there you go. But the view, yeah, it's nice. Another good viewpoint. Anyway, more trees. We popped in to say hi and have a coffee with the local forestry warden over here. Look, on the north end of the map. He's got gold. Don't tell anyone. Right. There's the 3 dead trees. He says he doesn't really know what happened here. They've always been like that. I don't know. They're bags of coal. I found on that other hut, but it was sealed up. That seems to be a bag of coal or charcoal. And then over here, look, I've never found, look, a wrecked video cabinet machine. From the olden days, I remember when video games were literally those. Personally cleared my very first level of Space Invaders. And I can remember when, because me and my cousins and my dad and my uncle, we went out to play snooker and table tennis on the day that Prince Charles married Diana. So when was that, 1980, 1981? Yes, and I proudly, at the age of, 11, cleared my first ever screen on a Space Invaders arcade machine, and I was chuffed. And, yeah, what was it to say about peaking too early? But yeah, 3 more trees up here. A little bit more of a mystery. These woods are all very strange. I love them. Very briefly, what I've found, as I mentioned, about stacking these so they can stay without the straps. It's quite a good shot, isn't it? I don't know, well, a good shot or a bad shot. These small pieces of wood off the end of the trees, the ones that I had collected, I've left neatly stacked over by the dam. The ones from these trees I'm going to neatly stack here, because I'm good like that. They really, I found, disrupt the packing of this particular trailer. They take up the spaces that you need these fat ones to sit in. I guess it's kind of because of the physics. They don't quite behave as you might expect them to. I tried putting them on last. As soon as you put more logs on top, they kind of just get right in the way. So I do heartily recommend. These are worthless. The last dead tree I'm going to get is right actually by the timber yard, ironically. I will, obviously, I'll throw that bit in at the end, the sort of that kind of length of wood. You'll see it's pennies compared to what we've got here. And look, just because I'm brave, I'm going to take the straps off, because I'm 100% confident that wood's going nowhere, because I've stacked it quite nicely. And those little bits, I mean, even these could do with not really being so thin on there, ideally. That's what I found anyway. Right, on we go. Oh no, you've caught us being rescued. We're trialing this truck. It's very powerful. It's 900 horsepower, in fact. Yeah, the load is quite top heavy. It caught me out coming around this corner. That's a combination of autopilot, cruise control. This really isn't going to work. The problem is, look, the hitch is folded back under itself. That's what's confusing me a little bit here. How am I going to get that out? Is this... Oh, poor Voucher. Let's give him a... We'll just give him a little friendly nudge. This truck is crazy. It goes 83 miles an hour, and it seems to want to go to 83 miles an hour. So I'm trying to turn the wheels back around so the hitch is sticking somewhere helpful. Yeah, it does 83 miles an hour. It seems to want to do 83 miles an hour, regardless of what it's loaded with, and regardless of what terrain it's going up. If you want to get a vehicle for a while and blast around the map, forget the pickup trucks. This is the baby you want. If you change the colour, it has actually got a camo pattern on it. So whichever colour you get. There we go, we got it. Right, have we got the power? Look, the power just to drag all that back over, and take it over some rocks. Yeah, it's kind of... I love spin tyres, by the way. I've not even mentioned that before, have I? I've done the hardest things on spin tyres. I love that game. Yeah, the interior, it's military, it's bare. This is just grunt, and it's got a camera on the crane, which you don't really want to engage when you're trying to drive it. It's gone over again, but it doesn't really care. Sorry, I'm being really silly. Just, I mean, yeah, we've all got kids around or inside us. If you really want to let off steam, just get yourself one of these. Here we are. We're going to take in 10, I think. But look, another spectacular view of... There's a sheep. Look, there's our hut. Spectacular view of the timber mill. So let's get this closer to it, shall we? This may not work. Actually, we'll do it there. There. Let's see. Gravity, your invisible friend. Perhaps. Oh no, I thought we would... Yes. We'll see you at the bottom, sir. That'll save us a bit of messing around. Right. 2 more trees to cut and pack and we'll be at the timber yard and we can get on with our day off. Haha. See, farmer never gets a day off. There he is, number 9. Now just try to tell me that doesn't look like some kind of mad Autobot insectoid visage. And now I think he's angry. All very odd. Well, the tractor or me. Did you know that little blue cap there? That's where something called AdBlue goes in, which makes diesel engine emissions much, much better. In England, you have to use it for all kind of commercial diesel vehicles. The reason it's relevant in an odd way is because it's basically nitrogen based, I believe. Yes, it is. And I've heard and seen something that says that pig urine is something that can be distilled into it. So there you go, we can make our own AdBlue if we get really bored. Okay, we left a bit behind. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Let's go and grab him. The voucher is still performing magnificently. It's got some of these big lumps of trees out of some odd places. I'm not sure how this one fell off the trailer. But there you go. It is really basically just held together by the fastening straps now, I do have to admit. But 10 trees on there obviously is pushing it right. No, come on. We're not going to fit over the bridge. So come on, voucher. Come on, voucher. Lift it. Lift it. Oh, voucher. I salute you. Oh, there you go. Look at that. A little stunt. He likes it. And there you go. I'll get this one up on top. Yeah, I'm not too keen on saving the game and coming back to this particular trailer of wood now. Sorry, traffic. It's obviously very important business I'm doing here. There you go, on top. Right, where are we? I think there are 2. No, it's just that one balanced on top of the straps. Right, let's see what happens. Got to do this quick because this is going to try to fall. Go. Oh, do we get it? Yes. Oh, thank you, fastening straps. So we have made ourselves a nice little profit there. About $12,000 in fact. Lovely. Alright, so here we are getting down to the timber yard. All I can say is the voucher is doing magnificently on the power in terms of moving this. It is very top heavy now, that trailer. It nearly tipped over back there on the corner coming off the road, so just be a little bit wary, and I'm also going to be very careful trying to turn this round to tip it. I did it quite quickly last time and I'm going to do it very gently this time. Also just get it as straight as possible from the off if I can. Right. Look at that, 10 trees, 10 dead trees, and that one, which was half of the tree I thought I'd sold last time. So right, get this done, shall we? We're going to back him in. Huh, did you see that? I teleport away. I'm a lady on this farm, just for a change. Right. $29,000. I'm worried actually about how hard this is going to pull. We've got to make sure we're the ones in charge here. Look, that's me coasting. Ooh. Can we see this? Look at that. Don't worry, I'm a professional. £76,000. So it's almost lunchtime and I do have a couple of jobs to do, one of which is, well, if we're ever going to raise more pigs, we need to produce more food. To produce more food, we need more land. Now, I happen to know, because I was kind of looking at the game earlier, that if I go out now, go out of render range of this here field, i.e. I drove up to the pigs or transferred over to the sheep, then this would then be getting harvested. So we definitely want to buy a field when it's full of crops, especially in seasons. Now, you may notice that the money's already gone down since we sold that wood, and I'll explain that in a moment. So 45,000, we could have waited and got it down, but I think we're going to go for it. So we've just bought a field, and that field is twice fertilized. Let's check that nothing has happened due to our purchase. It's going to need ploughing, we know that, but at least, yes. So there you go, doing the jobs, we got the money, we got the discount, and we got the fertilizer on the field at their expense. So that's quite a good thing to bear in mind. Now, we're going to have to tidy these bales up. We're going to get the Wopster out. These are the ones we did the second day. Oh, they still need just a little bit of time. That's absolutely fine. Now, the fields, for those who are observant, they've actually double grown. They've had a growth spurt in the last 24 hours. Usually I'd expect it to grow about 17% a day. It's gone up 33-ish since yesterday. So that apparently is part of seasons. Your crops can be ready to harvest sooner, they can be ready to harvest later. It really depends on the weather you get during their growth. Maybe that summer sleet that caused me a little bit of perhaps unnecessary panic during the mowing was what brought these on an extra stage. So that means the harvest is going to be, unless something really odd happens, ready tomorrow, which is actually a day sooner than I planned for. Yeah, all the same. If we actually get the weather forecast up, that's good, because that gives us 2 days then before the rain's forecast and winter. So we will take advantage of that and start the harvest tomorrow. But anyway, I'm going to get ready. I'm going to sell these silage bales, and then that's pretty much going to be it for today. We're just going to look at the figures, see what we've made. The other money I have spent was on a greenhouse, a tomato greenhouse, which we put in up by the pigs to replace those trees. And I'm still not sure that it's quite making the right amount of money. As in, I think it's making more money than it seems to say it should in the shop description. However, I can't do anything about that. I'm playing on console. You guys know I haven't hacked it or edited anything, because that's absolutely not even an option. So I've got to do something with that manure. So we're just going to live with it. It's not a huge deal. Okay, so let's get these bales tidied up, shall we? And by tidied up, I mean sold. I'm just checking these ones. They must be almost done now. Fine, we'll do the ones at this end first. Just checking the prices. The silage. We could get $10 more at the biogas plant, but you know what? I'm not sure for the number of bales we've got it's going to be worth the diesel to do that. So what we're going to try, got our lovely bale spike. Can we, don't have far to go, possibly lift up 4 of these, get them around the corner to sell them. It's not going to be pretty, is it? No. Let's get him on the front spike. We've got the 3 by the look of it. That'll do. Oh. No, oh well, me and my big ideas. We'll get 2 there. 3 at a time, that seems to be the way. $792 a bale, that will do me. Here we are now with the last bale of silage. We made 30 bales. I did deliberately not wrap one because I wanted to do a little how fast does it decay experiment. I actually forgot to wrap 3, so we have sold 27 bales, and that has made us $21,379. That's good. And if you remember, the baling equipment, which was basically the costs for doing the silage, was $8,260. Pretty much spot on $13,000 profit, so well worth the effort. That was over 2 days, so it's not astronomical money really, is it? But there you go. So we're just heading down to the sheep, who finally have some space in their trough. So we are going to put a bale in, and we're going to just use one of these bales of grass that I forgot to wrap. But before we do, lesson learned. We're going to clear up their feed trough before we fill it up. I think it's very odd that you have to start the engine and do maintenance on this. Talking of which, we will be needing to do maintenance on our very old tractor. This needs it. It's almost a year old. It'll start breaking down. Right, there you go. So we've actually cleaned up the sheep. There you are. Little drink of water. Right, the cleanliness obviously doesn't register until the simulation does a tick. So we've got a bit more wool. The price for wool right now is pretty dire, 5,900. That's nearly half what we got for that last batch. The sheep actually stopped producing tonight, and I'm sorry at various stages I have got, oh, there's another one of those dead trees for me to pick up. I forgot about that one actually. I think there's 5 left, but not to worry. Alright, that's the sheep tended to. Right, so we're heading back to the pigs, the hub centre of our operation. We refilled the tanker. We brought a bale of hay, grass up here, just for scientific purposes. Obviously, we're not going to force the pigs to eat it. It's just so we can see when it disappears. If we're up here, I'm more likely to notice. As I started saying, as I left the sheep enclosure and got sidetracked yet again verbally, yeah, often the wrong word will come out when I'm doing my narrations. I do them live. I try to just keep them flowing. So usually the context will tell you what I meant. But if in doubt, ask a question. But there you go. No, I'm not going to keep apologising for it. But sometimes I just get a little confused. Right, they can stay there for a while. Let's go and see how our splendid greenhouse is. Now it's running obviously on manure and water. It's only been in for a little while. I put it in at about 11 o'clock. As I say, I think, again, it's just earning more money than the shop description says it should, to the tune of double. Let's have a look. We own a greenhouse, which I'll whiz straight past. Yeah, it makes $60 an hour. Now that's if you've just given it water. If you give it manure, that should double to $120. But again, my finance screen is telling me that's been there for 3 hours and it's made $240 an hour. I have no idea what to do. This is actually a different Xbox from the one I've been playing on the whole time, because we're lucky enough to have 2. And we're in the process of moving house, so this just kind of happened. Before I'd installed any mods whatsoever onto this Xbox, I did a test for greenhouses. I was getting exactly the right amount of money. I haven't installed knowingly any mods that would change, that are like placeable mods, but I'm going to have a look, because now I'm really interested. Is there a mod there that for some reason is causing that effect? So I'm going to find out, and I will get back to you. So the animals are all fed and lovely. We're doing very well. We do need, tomorrow we'll give our voucher its half-year service first thing in the morning, and then it is time to start harvesting. So I'm going to leave you there. Take care. It's nice to catch up again. Give us a like, leave us a comment, and subscribe if you want to stay in touch. Thank you very much. And we're just going to leave you with a few pictures taken by my wonderful lady Madeline of the local landscapes for you. Yeah, hope you enjoy them.